Okay. So the first one is, what are your favorite hobbies?
My favorite hobbies are to play sports.
What kind of sports?
Football is the most.
Mm-hmm. Is that it? Do you do anything else for fun?
Sort of.
What else?
I run around.
All right, that's a hobby. Liking to run, that's cool. Okay. What is your favorite part of math?
Favorite part of math. Favorite part of math is getting to learn fun but hard stuff.
Yeah, like what? What's fun but hard
Like,
stuff?
Doing like 8 times 1,583.
So big multiplication problems?
Yeah.
All right. So how would you explain the multiplication problem 57 times 83 to a friend that has never multiplied two-digit numbers before? How would you explain that to them?
That you have to go, if you're doing the shortcut method, you have to go bottom right number first, and then you go up to that number, and then you go over, and then once you're done with that, you have to do the bottom left number and go over, then up.
Okay. And what else do you have to do at the bottom? What else do you have to add at the bottom?
When you are doing the bottom right and you switch over to the bottom left, you have to cross off the bottom right.
Mm-hmm. And what else do you have to add to the bottom? Like to the addition problem at the bottom?
The placeholder.
Yep. And why do you do that?
So you don't mix up your digits.
Right. That was a good job. All right. What is a variable?
A variable is putting it's kind of like a short label kind of, but it's just the first letter of your label.
Right. Okay. Can you give me an example of a word problem that uses multiplication of two-digit numbers? Okay, and then you can write that one. Okay, can you read it to me?
Okay. Miss P had a garden that had 54 rows, and in each row was 35 flowers. How many flowers are there?
Okay, can you solve it now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me know what you're doing while you're doing it.
Okay. I'm writing 54 times 35 up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm making an estimate. So 34, rounding down, 35, I'll be rounding up, so. And then what I do, I cross out the 2 zeros and put them down here right away so I don't forget to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do 4 times 5 equals 20, so I make another 0, 2.
So your estimate is what?
2,000.
Okay.
Okay, 5 times 4, put the 2 above the 5, put a 0 down there. 5 times 5 is 25. Plus 2 is 27. So, and that comes out this. There, put the placeholder. 3 times 4 is 12. Put the 1 up there. And then 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 equals 16. So 270 plus 1,620. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 9. 2 plus 6, 8. 1 plus nothing equals 1.
So is it close? Is your estimate right?
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, so for a word problem, what are all the parts of a solution?
Solution equation or a solution?
Like, if you were to give me the answer, how should it be written?
To be written first, like,
So you can give me a solution equation and then solve the solution equation, if that makes sense.
like 54, because that's the first number.
Mm-hmm.
And then multiply by 35, because it's 54 groups of 35.
Mm-hmm. And then what are you forgetting?
A variable.
There you go. So what would your variable be? F?
F.
Okay, it's a good one. All right, now when you solve it and you're going to put an answer for your word problem, what pieces do you need to have in there? What other pieces do you need to have in there?
F equals, and then your answer.
And then what else? What goes after your answer?
And then the label.
What's your label for this?
Flowers.
Good job. Okay, have you ever heard of a factor pair? Yeah, you guys haven't gotten to that anyway. Okay, I was just wondering. And then, do you know what a number pattern is?
Number pattern? Yeah.
What is it? Can you give me an example?
Should I write it down?
Yep.
2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4.
Mm-hmm. And you gave me an example already. Yep. All right, well, that's all I needed.